Welcome back to another episode of Fat Guy Fixer Upper. On today's episode, we're going to be picking up right where I left off. I'm going to try to get these two cameras installed today, and hopefully I can get it done because I only got 2 hours to pull it off. So if you want to know if I'm going to be able to succeed or fail, you're going to have to stay tuned. So enjoy the show. If you remember from last episode, I had to change the cable out a couple times because I thought it was the connector or the cable was bad. Well, when I was at my sister's wedding, which went well if you're wondering, lasted 15 hours. I don't know why I had to last 15 hours, but it went well. Anyways, I was thinking about what could possibly be making this not work. And then it dawned on me, the little junction box I had, the injector box, was 1,000 megabytes, not 100 megabytes. I'm going from a Cat 6 cable to a Cat 5 and trying to use the Cat 5 to power the 1,000 megabytes. Ain't working. So I got another Cat 6 cable, so I'll be using this and connecting that and running it over there, and hopefully this will fix my problem. So let's do this. I'm going in. I forgot to wear my gloves, and I'm in a briar patch, so hopefully I don't cut my hands up too bad. You'll just have to stay tuned to find out. Disconnect this cable. Launch. All right. For the record, I just realized my gloves were in my pocket. Yeah. Okay. Oh, somehow I got tangled up already. How does this stuff happen? Oh. All right. Well, I was going to stick the box right there, but now I have all this extra cable. I wonder if I should choose a different location. I'm going to, thinking. I think what I'll do is I'll hook the cameras up on these trees, and then the cable that I'll attach to it, I'll run it to this location and see how much slack I got. So that way I know where to stick the junction box. So here we go. I have a weed whacker today. I'm prepared this time. Here's the camera I'm going to be using today. And oh man, if you look at this, it uses a star bit, and I don't have a star bit with me, so I guess I did not come prepared. So I'll be screwing it to the tree like this until I can come back later and fix it. So yeah, all right, we'll go with it. if you're wondering, I had a camera here before, and it was the BNC cable, camera, and I try to use bark as like a protective covering for it because I've had birds. Birds love to perch. What's the word I'm looking for? They love to sit on the cameras. So I'm getting free screws basically off of what I had here before. It's unfortunate. You can see the tree's not doing too well. I don't know if it's because of this poison ivy, but oh, dang. Poor tree. I guess I'm not helping it by ripping off of the bark. Yeah. Oh, well. I don't, well, the tree sort of still looks alive. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just sticking it up there for now. And then in the future, I'm going to have to come back and like properly position this and angle it for how I want to look down that way and so on. But for now, we're sticking it up. I'm going to get that cable ran. All right, let's do this. Whoop. All right, where's my other screw? Looks a little cheesy, but it'll do. Let me go grab the cable. So I'm back with the cables. I have a little bit of confusion here. I got 3 cables that look about the same length. And I don't know which one's longer. I need the longest one. So I'm going to try this one first, and then I'll try this one. And we'll find out which is longer. Comment down below if you think cable 1's longer or cable 2's longer. Well, we're going to find out right now. Start with cable 1. Ooh, the clip's damaged. Huh. All right, she be plugged in. Run this down to the ground like that. And I think what I'll do, cable 2, I'll hook it over the tree like this. Try not to damage it. This little notch, a loop, so I can do both of these. Ow! At the same time. That hurt. I have gloves. Put them on. Well, what did you guess? Did you guess 1 or 2 in the comments? Because we're about to find out, and right about, turns out they're the exact same length. So, who would have guessed? Yeah, I'm retarded. But anyways, so it looks like I can stick them here with the original idea I had. But I still got to test that camera. So we're going to, the length of that camera's cables, and we'll see how it goes from there. Heck, if these cables are too short, I can just use the other one. I just found out it's the same length as the other. That should solve my problem. So I'm back. So, play another game. You think this cable's longer or this cable's longer? Is number 1 longer or is number 2 longer? Give you 5 seconds to guess. Turns out number 2 is longer. So I'll be disconnecting this, chucking that over there. Plugging that in. I got my weed whacker and I got my branch cutters. So let's begin. All right, we're gonna cut a bunch of branches actually. One down, 2 down. So we got my little spot cut out for the junction box. This way it's off the path and it's got some covering from the rain and elements and so on. So I'm gonna grab this stuff, start getting it ready to go. All right, so I was thinking, I just came up with another idea. The black cable that I'm running from the Cat 6, I should probably try to run it through here under the brush so that way it's not on the trail. It would be easier to put it on the trail, but it's a lot more digging. So if I put it through the brush, theoretically, I don't really need to bury the whole cable unless, you know, an animal comes along and chews it up. So it's like, So we're gonna try just put through the brush for now. If an animal ends up chewing it up in the future, I'll kick myself. So, all right, we're gonna give this a try. Not sure how much you guys actually saw, but I won't be able to get through the brush without a lot of work. So it'll probably be easier for me just to run along the edge and bury it after all. Why? Because I'm fat. So let's do this. Shovel deployed. Stick deployed. Cable deployed. Other cable. Other camera cable. Lid. Important device. And I forgot the drill. Time to get it. I guess I'll use the lid as a lead protector. I should have probably brought a proper stick, but we'll make do with what I got. I wonder if I should pull a bunch of this cable into the box. Figure it out later. First one's in. Guess we should find out if this even works. Or all of this would have been completely pointless. All right. Looking for a light. I have a light. And it turned off. Oh, no, it's back. I have lights here. I don't know how well you can see it, but there are lights. That's a good sign. I'm gonna go check the cameras, but I'll do that after I get this hooked up. First things first, dig a hole. I don't know how deep the hole is gonna be, but we're gonna see. I wonder if I should stand up. Careful, don't damage the cables. That would be bad. Yeah. Rise, fat guy, rise. You think by now I'd be a master at digging holes, but I'm not. Early. Good enough. Hopefully, we'll see. 5 minutes later. Ugh. All the duct tape's over there. Or maybe. Cool. I can just use this one. If I can get it off. Cool. Okay, guys, so the junction box is hooked up. The lights are blinking. It's a good sign. Unfortunately, Verizon, if you remember in previous episodes, I don't get cell service out here anymore. They won't fix their towers. So I don't know if these cameras are actually working. I'm just looking at the lights. They're blinking. The lights are blinking. So it looks like we're good. And I'm down to 15 minutes to try to bury these cables. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to completely finish it. I did get the cameras hooked up. They appear to be working, but I won't know until I'm actually back at my command center to find out. But at the very least, I'll try to do as much work I can in the remaining 15 minutes to get stuff set up. So here we go. So what I'm gonna do, so I don't have to disconnect the cables, I have my neighbor comes out here and mows the trails because they use them to enjoy. We're fine with that, so they come out here and mow it. But the last time I had cables ran across the ground, they ended up mowing the cables because they weren't paying attention or just didn't see them or something. So I'm going to try to hang these cables up in the trees for now, so that way they don't get run over before I'm back here, maybe tomorrow or the next day, whenever I can come back to finish this. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh boy. Thought this would be easy, but maybe not. I think they can see that, right? I mean, you're not going to mow over it. You're going to run into it with your face, but you'll definitely be able to see it. Fat guy fixer upper here. Well, this is the conclusion of our episode today. While I was off camera getting stuff cleaned up, putting these cables up in the trees, as you can see them hanging here swaying, my dad was able to get a call to me. One bar, just barely, signal just got through just enough. He told me back at the command center, the pictures weren't on the system. So either there's a setting in the system that's not working, or there's something else going on, which I'll have to just figure it out through the process of elimination. So sadly, did not achieve our goal today. But on the next episode, I'm going to bust my butt to pull it off. So if you want to see me succeed, make sure you tune in next time, and remember to like, subscribe, ring the bell, post some comments to give me some tips on how to get this to work. And I'll see you in the next episode.